Hello and welcome to Wacky Wednesday with the Cookie Snack Attackers. This is Amy from Seriously Sweet and Cookie Snack Attack. So excited to have a bonus video for you tonight. I did not know if I was going to be able to make this happen or not, but we're going to do it because I don't want you to miss out on some deals that are going on. Camille, let's get wacky. Can you guys hear me okay? Hello? Let me make sure you can hear me because I couldn't get my speakers to work, but no one's coming on with me tonight, so that shouldn't matter. But I couldn't get my speakers to work. Just tell me if you can hear me, please. I don't want to go too far in case I have to shut everything down and come back. Hey, Maggie. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Camille. Becky. Enabler is my first name. I'm going to claim it as my middle name. Okay, good. Okay. All right. How are you tonight? So I'm super excited about this. I want to show you something else just in case you haven't seen it. We do have our new Cookie Snack Attack logo with Seriously Sweet, and we are working with a wonderful company to try to set up a personalized storefront within their online ordering, so you can order some Cookie Snack Attack merchandise when you want to. Get us all ready and geared up before Cookie Cons so everyone will know. Kim, thank you for letting me know. I don't know why my speakers aren't working. I was going to try to talk Phyllis into coming on and showing us her new kitty cat Cooper that they just got, and but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that because my speakers aren't working. So we're just going to keep trucking because I got to show you some stuff. I don't want to get too far down the road. Hello. I don't want to get too far down the road, though, with telling you about a special guest. Our first special guest in September is going to be, oh, you know what? Hold on just a second. Yes. First special guest in our lineup for September is Miss Barbie, who is a group member, and she is going to be coming on and talking to us on the evening session of Tutorial Tuesday about improving our cookie photography skills. So I am so psyched about that, and there is no supply list. You don't have to buy anything. Just have your phone charged and ready, and she's going to go over some basics that she tells me are just going to up our cookie photography game. So she will be our first guest in September, and then May will be with us on Wacky Wednesday, September 14th. Mate del Angel, and she is we're going to chat on that night. So May will be making this really awesome little Halloween witch, which you know, you could size-wise. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just realized how bad my hair was. Sorry, just ignore this. I just got so excited that we were going to be able to jump on live tonight because I found everything I needed so that you guys could get started shopping because, you know, I know you like to shop. All right, that's the best I can do with it. I'm rocking the curls today, no hairspray. It might be a little wild on your end. Just try not to notice. Anyway, May's going to be with us, and she is going to sculpt a little witch, and I'm going to sculpt a little ghost. So I think we're both going to make them like cake topper size, but we'll definitely tell you how to scale them down if you want to use them on cookies or for cupcakes, okay? But we're going to have so much fun. We're going to talk about some other cool stuff with her, but we're just going to sculpt and chat. And if you guys don't know May, she's fabulous, and she's been on bunches of Food Network shows, and she is a fierce competitor at CookieCon. So maybe have your questions ready to roll. And Julie, if you are on here tonight, this is the person you want to ask about stuff like that. So she will be our second guest in September. And then our third guest in September is Miss Becky, and Becky's going to be with us on the evening session of Tutorial Tuesday on Tuesday, September 27th. If you want to get all this information in a printed out format, it is in the files section in the Cookie Snack Attack with Seriously Sweet group. Only there, okay? So go there and grab it. Now, let me get back over here so I can see some reactions. I'm so excited about all the people that are going to participate and just pour some creativity back into the group. I'm super excited. Hi, Miss Pamela. Hello. Hi, Barbara. Oh, good. Thank you. Good. That'll help us get monetized faster. I hope I look okay, but seriously, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I just wanted to jump on and show you some stuff and tell you some exciting news without telling you all of the news because it's a big surprise. All right. So on that schedule, I'm so excited. I can hardly stand it, but I'm not going to tell you in case something happens. I don't think anything's going to happen, but just in case something happens. But you guys, mark your calendars for Monday night, October 31st. If you printed out the schedule, you will see that at 7 p.m., I put that I was working on a surprise for our group. So the surprise for our group is this. We are having a virtual online Halloween party via Zoom for free. Okay? You will have to sign up ahead of time because only 50 people can attend. So there will be a sign up and it will be released at a certain time that will be announced 1 week prior to the party. You'll have to just be there at the time and get your free ticket and do checkout and all that, even though it's free. That's how we're going to keep track of who to let in. It's going to be a Zoom, not more than 50 people. And as long as nothing goes wrong, everything comes with a disclaimer, especially when it's free. But as long as nothing goes wrong, the master of Halloween himself will be with us that evening. So I am so excited. All right, I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm not going to tell you. Don't guess. Don't put it in the comments. Don't anybody do anything other than do this. Make sure that you watch for that date to be announced 1 week ahead of time. Be one of the first 50 people to sign up so that you can be in the Zoom call. The rules for the Zoom call are this. You must have some kind of decorative costume, headpiece, I don't care what it is, but something that will fit in theme because we will be grabbing a screenshot and making a group photo. We will be making a group photo of what we are, of everybody that night, and then hopefully putting that together. 50 people. You cannot participate if you stay black screen. You have to actually be in the party. So what does that mean? That means I don't want just 25 active participants and then 25 black screens. If you're going to be in the party and take a space, you have to be in the party. And the party will start that evening, either 6 or 7. We'll see what the time works out to be. I'm not positive on that yet. But score! We're going to have so much fun. I have all kinds of stuff planned, all kinds of prizes. Like, it's going to be cool. That's it. I'm not going to tell you anything else. I'm not going to tell you. I'm so excited. So this will be our first virtual group party. Now, if this goes really well and you guys have all your tech down and we don't have any issues and all that kind of stuff and we're good, then I will see for the New Year's Eve party that we're going to do. I'll see about being able to have more people on. Okay. But just keep in mind, if you're going to try to watch this many people in a party from your cell phone, it's not going to go well. So you will need to be zooming on a computer screen or hook up like a bigger monitor. If you want to really fully enjoy it, hook up a monitor to your computer. So Debbie, we have the master of Halloween is going to be with us in our Cookie Snack Attack first virtual party being held on Halloween night. Yes, so excited. All right, let's talk ribbon, unless you want to talk about something else. You know about our 3 September guests and what we're doing. I've told you for sure to mark your calendars for Halloween evening, okay? And if you are teaching in Cookie-a-thon, you know you have some stuff due today, so take care of that. And if you're going to the Unplugged retreat in October, so much stuff arrived today. Like I kept getting the doorbell, just kept beep, beep, beep. So lots of stuff came today, and that makes me happy. Having everything ordered took a level of whatever off, right? But it actually being in my hot little hands and going to be placed in the whatever, the bags, the carriers, whatever I'm trying to say, and crates, getting it in there, counted, making sure everything's here and all of that makes it so much nicer, so much nicer, so much nicer. Okay, so let's talk about ribbons. If you are taking any of what I am calling my 6 stack up classes, that's the first one starts, I think, September 17th. The first one is the spooky Halloween class. Do you guys want to see what the cutters look like? Hey. Becky, are you upset that I won't tell you anything else? That's too funny. It is going to be so fun. It is. Hey. All right, catch us on the replay later, because tonight was just total spur of the moment, but they had everything that I wanted to show you so you could start getting ready. So if you were on when I announced the 6 stack up classes, Amy, what's a stack up class? I'll show you. Let's take a look at that really quick. Dots and bows, I have to talk to Carrie to make sure that they're going to still be able to do all of the cutters. I think everything's in here. So let's take a look at this real quick, okay? Just so you understand what it is. So I had a lot of people asking for some assistance on doing something that might have a better profit margin, that they could sell at events, or that they could do as pre-orders, so they could kind of get everything ordered, get it in, make sure they weren't going to be lacking on supplies, like, make a little more profit than killing themselves being on team no sleep through the holiday season. So I designed 6 classes specifically for you guys. And then there are 2 other classes that are more like what we normally do. So everybody's going to have something. But there is a listing. Oh, can we back up for a minute? Do you guys have time? I really want to talk to you about something. Do you just tell me over there if you have a minute, or if you're willing to watch the replay, okay? Seriously, because I want to talk to you about something, because Becky has done something really cool, and I want to talk to you about that to see if you guys want to do something like it. Okay, so let me tell you what it is. So Becky orders a lot of stuff through Amazon, and I have my Amazon shop now, which is an affiliate shop. What is this actually called? Okay, I'm going to say affiliate. It might be influencer. I don't know. But anyway, I earn a small commission on all the sales that go through those particular links. Okay, so Becky sent me a whole list of products that she normally orders and said, put these on. That way I can order through you, because it doesn't change her price any. And that way it helps fund the group a little bit, which I think is a fabulous idea. But I got to thinking about it today. I was initially going to go add all those products into the different places, but when I mentioned it to someone else that I was talking to today, they said they wanted to send me a list of the links from Amazon, which you just go into your item. There's a little button with the square and the pointy up arrow. You click that, and you can send that through me. You can send that to me through Messenger. So initially I was going to take your stuff, break it apart, and put it into the appropriate groups. Now what I'm thinking I'm going to do, because at least 3 of you said, I would love to do that too, because I order a ton of stuff, and that way it'll be helping pay for the group a little bit, right? So thinking smarter, not harder, I think what I'm going to do for you guys is twofold. So Becky, I'm going to set up an idea tab that's like all of the items that you normally order that you sent me the things for. And then the other 2 people that started sending me links today, I'm going to set something up under each of their names, so that for you guys, when you go to order, you're not going to have to hunt all around to find your stuff. You can just go to your stuff and you can order. But then the second part of that is for people that don't maybe know what all of those things are for. I'm still going to take it and drop it in the proper place by theme or use, I guess, because that's my idea lists have kind of been started coming around by theme and use. So That's my plan. Becky, you are on here. Does that work for you? That way, if you get on there to order stuff that's specific to what links you sent me, they're together, and then I'll also break them apart and put them in the other groups. Okay, good. I'm going to do that. It's going to make more idea lists than what I initially wanted to have, but I think it's going to make it a lot easier on you guys. I don't want you have to, when you want to reorder something, if you're like me, you just want to go do it, get it in the cart, hit checkout and be done and move on to the next thing on your list. So I think that is what I will do. Oh my gosh, I don't know what is going on here. I cannot take this down right now during a live though, because it'd be too much to get back up. But for some reason, it's just sliding. You see it? It's just sliding. That's fine. We'll go with that. I don't have a pony holder or a scrunchie, so we'll just leave that be. All right. So that takes care of that. So I don't forget. So we've talked about our surprise for our virtual. It is now confirmed. We are having a virtual online party the night of Halloween. You can call it a fall party if that helps you to be able to attend in good conscience. Totally okay with that. Wear a pumpkin on your head. So no black screen. I will have to mute everybody at certain times because of something that's going on or when we're doing drawings or whatever. But no black screens. If you're going to be there, you have to be there. Only 50 people are going to get to come. There will be a preset time where your sign-up release starts. So it's going to be up to you to be there and sign up. You have to wear some kind of costumey thing, fall, Halloween theme, whatever, but something, okay? Just something to get decorative and be in the spirit. And we talked about our 3 guests for September. Told you stuff's coming in for retreat. Now we're back where we're supposed to be. All right, so we're doing 6 classes that are stack up. And so I designed things where literally, I don't know what everybody else calls them. I call them stack ups. It's just, that's what I've always called them. So it's cutters that fit together. They're going to, I have to turn the wrong way. I do. So they fit together when the cookies are made, right? When this is baked, this will go together. I think, is this the right cutter? Hold on, I got to figure this out. Allison, are you on here with me? I cannot tell. Oh, yes. Okay, so it goes like this. Sorry, that's all me. That's not Allison. She did a great job. So they fit together. Like you'll bake this one cookie, and then that cookie fits on top of this cookie, right? And then this cookie fits, it links on top of this cookie. Do you see? Let me back this camera up some and I'll try and show you even better. Oh, that scared me for a minute. What's happening here? Sorry if you get seasick. I did that really fast without thinking. All right, so this is our fall one. So we've got our ghost coming out of our skull, coming out of an old whiskey barrel or down here, and some pumpkin action going on. So this is our first stack up. So this is what I mean by that. Let's see if I can get taller. I don't know if I can or not. I think I'm out as far as I can go. Let's get out. There we go. Okay. So this is the box. And so what happens is you bake your cookie. Hey, Whoopi, you bake your cookie. And I made all of them, the stack up sets, the 6 different classes. They're all going to fit in the same size box. So if you don't do well with one, you still have 5 other chances, right? But you bake the cookie, you decorate it. They go in individual heat sealed bags, and I am loading the bags to the website shortly. It's going to be under all the items that you could potentially need for any of the 6 stack ups. So anyway, they go in here like this, and of course these are bigger, but your pieces fit in your box. So your cookies will fit in your box. You'll individually heat seal and put them in the box. So we're doing 6 classes. We have a spooky stack, which is the whiskey barrel, the ghost, and the skull. We've got a haunted house. And even if you don't want to do a haunted house, you should still take this class if you deal with things for realtors or thank you gifts for people buying houses or selling houses. Anybody that might be in that, like the title search companies, all of that, because this cutter was designed so the set of cutters for what I'm using for haunted house, I designed it so you could make normal houses too. There's nothing on it that is so Halloween specific that you can't disguise it. Okay. Then we're doing a gorgeous fall set. which is floral, and then a double pumpkin, and the pumpkin part can be pulled out. You don't have to use the stack up set to do it, and it will be in the box this way. The box will face this way, pumpkin center, florals. The middle part can be pulled out and be personalized for that class. Then, I just dropped a bunch of parchment paper. Then we're doing Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, and a candy nutcracker. It's going to be so cute. And our candy nutcracker is styled after the nutcracker that Barbie and Becky gave me last year for Christmas, and it's so cute. I took a lot of inspiration from that, and also from some of the Santa Claus design. So those three things will look good together. Now, remember, these are things that I want you to be able to sell and make a profit on. So these are not going to be, they're not advanced level classes. They're not designed for that. They're a way for you guys to get stuff done. You'll be able to freeze it. In most cases, you'll be able to freeze it if you want to start working on it. That way you can get going on your pre-sales. I will be sending all my stuff to Dots and Bows at the end of the week as soon as I get a chance to talk to Carrie. And then I'll let you know as soon as everything's in the shop. And I'm going to tell them to put everything in there all at once. But probably it's not going to be available till the end of next week before you can start getting it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to have the STL files for you to purchase through my website, or if they'll have STL files, or if we both will. I'm not sure about that yet. Okay. I have to talk to them, but this is what the stack up looks like. It's the cutters linking together. And all of those classes are using the 12 by 5 by 1.5 inch boxes. I linked a white and a craft, and then multiple quantities. Like some of them are 12, some are 24, some are 36. So read the description, but it's all these same 2 boxes, right? And your cookie will either be in there where you can display it like this, or one of them is a sideways. The pumpkin is the only one that's sideways. Okay. And then if you have leftover boxes, these generally for 3-inch cookies, this will hold a dozen if you put them side by side and then 2 in a row. So you'll be able to use the boxes up, but I want you to upscale your packaging this season, because you can make simpler cookies when you have fancier packaging, and it doesn't take you as long to make the cookies. Also, when you have something like this and you're doing a set and everything is pre-order, you know exactly how many to make. You can calculate how much icing to make. You can make the cookies ahead of time and freeze them, or you can make the cookies, ice them and freeze them, depending on what level you go to for detail for the items. But the cookies are going to look really good, but they're going to be easier cookies for you guys to make. Okay. So this is more about you guys getting some meat back on your business bones as we're all coming out of the economy is not great anyway, but let's just say us as business owners coming out of all the effects of the last 2 years of COVID and the holidays and how that threw everybody off a little bit. This was to help you get some meat back on the bones. Now, please don't dive into this. And if you only do a couple of markets a year, don't buy 300 boxes. Please test it and see if it's going to work for you. When the cutters are available, get them in. The first class is September 17th. Decorate your cookies, the ones you do during class. Get your photos done, get your packaging done, get it listed. Take photos of your cookies not packaged, and then photos of your cookies in the package. Get all of that listed and see how many pre-orders you get, because this does different in different areas of the country. The first year I tried these, I barely sold any. Then after people caught on, because I had them on display in the store, I could sell tons of these. And I could do most of this work ahead of time so that I could still deal with the people that forgot to order or came in at the last minute, right? I wasn't up until 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, I got this really organized and good flow in the whole thing. So now let's talk about some other things. Now you're up to speed with why I did the other things we're about to do. So I did promise you that in your classes, you would have some pre-recorded videos. I'm going to move the camera, so don't get seasick on me. So I told you I would put some pre-recorded videos in there of some easy ways to make bows. Also the crinkle paper that you would use. Yes, I timed that pretty good, didn't I, Becky? Because Barbie is going to be on the 13th. Our class is on the 17th. And you're gonna have plenty of time to get your ribbons and your packaging and all of that. But I'm excited. Okay, so back to this. Each of your classes will have a bonus video pre-recorded on how easy way to make bows. Check in your cost on that. What crinkle paper. I will have a demo on how to make your own crinkle paper, but I want to show you how easy this is. Okay, seriously. And I want to tell you that you're going to need to go to Michael's shortly. I'm not saying run out tonight, but I am saying it's going to be worth it. Let me show you the things I picked up today. I had a great coupon. I knew there was some stuff in the clearance bins that I wanted, but most Michaels are doing their resets. They either did them last week or they're doing them this upcoming week. So what does that mean? They're literally moving product from one place in the store to totally different rows in the store and resetting all their baseline product. So tons of stuff is either already in clearance or will be hitting clearance. So why does that matter? Because obviously we want to make our packages look super fancy for the least amount of money. And we want to start working on creating that fancy packaging now. So we're not trying to make packaging the night we're actually packaging the cookies. You get that, right? This is all about not procrastinating. Okay? Hear me. It's not even about procrastinating. I'm talking about get organized, sell your stuff, know exactly what you're doing. Okay? Packaging you can do way ahead of time. Be ready. You can make your own crinkle ahead of time. You can order crinkle and watch for it to go on sale. You can get these boxes in before people are sold out, since the box size is key. The ribbon that's on clearance right now, let me just show you a for instance. So this is already made up orange, black, and white crinkle paper with the deep V's. This will do, it was $5.99 and 20% off. So this was about $5 a bag. It's in the front of the store. It's not in a Halloween section, but it is marked Halloween. Okay. But this does like 24 boxes. I actually think last year with the way I did my cookies that I got this to do 36 boxes. So I didn't have to make my own. It's for decoration inside the box. And it also helps keep the cookies where they don't move around, because this is not food safe. So you will be individual heat sealing each of your cookies and then using this as filler, right? So grab a couple bags of this while they still have it, so you don't have to make your own unless you want to make your own, right? They did have some nice craft and gold and white mixed together, which would be great for your pumpkin, right? Because you don't want everything to look Halloween. So get a couple bags for Halloween or based on however many you're going to do. Then check out the ones that are fall looking. Grab a few of those. And that Christmas is going to be out before you know it. And I'm sure they have all the same stuff at Hobby Lobby. So check that out too. This week, I think it's a 20% off all regular price items. But a lot of this is already on sale. So up to you, but these are easy enough. And one of these bags on the 12x5 used loosely in there around the edges and for padding. I think I did 36 12x5 boxes last year with this. So for me, calculating that out, buying it on sale, and I actually think I have some of this stored at the store, because I think I bought a bunch of it when it went 60% off. But I didn't want to go over there digging around today. I just wanted you to know like what's coming in and out over there, okay? Now, you don't actually need this, right, until the end of October. So this is an item coming in and out at Michael's or at Hobby Lobby that you can afford to wait for. But I just want you to see what I'm talking about when we talk about the crinkle, okay? So we've got this. Then I went to the clearance bins, okay? And the clearance bins had all of this. Oops, I don't want to drop my cutters. Allison, if you're on here, thank you for printing my first round of cutters so I can get going on my decorating. I really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate you getting that done so that I could get on everything and get it done this week. All right, so now thinking ahead, I usually like to use, I don't like my Halloween colors to be so dark and drab. So I like to actually do black, orange, and purple, or a lilac, some shade of purple, just to liven it up a little bit so it doesn't look so angry. So clearance bins. This is $2 a roll, $2 a roll. And I had two $15 vouchers today. So I left there. I don't know where the ticket is, but I left there with like, it was a ridiculous amount of money at the retail, and then the clearance, and then my 20% off, and then my two $15 certificates. I left there with huge bags of stuff. Oh, and I bought a galvanized, a little 1.5 by 1.5 by foot tall galvanized tub. Which I wasn't expecting to buy, but it was on sale like 60% off, and I needed it for my pups. That's their new bathtub, if you're wondering what that's all about. And I think I left for under $50. Like, I got a lot of stuff. So, but they had just moved all the ribbon in my store, so all the older ribbon was over in those bins. So I just went through, and I was standing there thinking Halloween, black, orange, white. Then I was like, they have a ton of purple in here. I could go ahead and do purple, black, and orange again this year. And then purple can also be used for florals. So I didn't get all dark purple. I mixed up my purples. Okay. And then I was like, okay, is there anything in here I can use for Christmas? There was not a lot of Christmas, because when they moved the ribbon, obviously they were moving spring and summer colors from the regular ribbon spots. So that explains why they had these particular colors. So just be creative and think about how you're going to package your stuff, right? So I got different sizes. I usually don't get a ribbon this wide, but this is a stiff ribbon, so it will be fine. It will work. And it was just $2 for the roll. And there's 4 yards on here, so that's 12 feet. I usually cut it in 3-inch. So I'm going to get a ton out of this. But then I'm going to show you something else that you're going to like even better, okay? So I've got different sizes. Some's wired, some's not. I really prefer to not use wired, but when I do use wired, I pull the wire out. I cut it and pull. I try to pull that wire out in a big long piece, not the whole roll, obviously, but like 3 or 4 feet at a time, so that I don't have that floating around in my work area. But I've got some ruffled ribbon here. I've got flat ribbon. I've got some with sparkle. I've got some sparkle. I've got some organza. I've got a print one over here that's really pretty. I've got a 1-inch here and a black 1-inch grosgrain here. And then I've got these with the little designs here and this. So these were clearance $2. And I think that next week, the guy at the counter felt like next week there'd be another off sale price, but he did caution me the sale coupons, when it's like 20% off everything regular or sale, that doesn't apply to clearance items. So you're probably, don't wait on ribbon if you want to go do some ribbon shopping, because this is not going to get cheaper. And all of these, like this baby one is normally $4. Right? These big ones were $5 and $6 and $7 a piece, marked down to $2, but all of those were $2. Then right around the corner from the clearance section, they've got the Halloween rocking. They just got these in, and I went ahead and got a few because I'm going to mix this in with this, and these were just $2.99, so $1 more a roll on these. But now I've got stuff that I can mix in, so it doesn't all have to match. But I got the ghost because my first spooky set has ghosts in it, and Happy Halloween can go on anything. Trick or treat can go on anything. And the candy corn, although we're not doing candy corn, visually when people see it, it's just so associated with Halloween that it just kind of sells your packaging. But let's just talk about how you might do this. It'll be in your videos, but just to give you an idea for when you go shopping, because I know you're already driving to Michael's right now. So for me, I would take this really wide black ribbon. Okay, and then I would probably take my purple organza, because even though it's the same width, it's see-through. So I'm probably going to do something like this, and then I'm going to put my ghosts with it, and I'll have those 3 pieces together. And then I'll show you a couple of ways of how to do this in your videos for the classes. One where you tie off, one where you use twist ties. And then for those of you who really want to do bow loops, which I do not recommend, I will show you how to do bow loops, but it takes way too much ribbon. And in my opinion, you can do whatever you want. Some people are really fanatical about bows. I get it. But you don't get more bang for your buck by putting more ribbon on the box. So I'm going to show you more cost effective where you can make a little more profit, because let's face it, have you checked the price of eggs and butter lately? Like, if you don't compensate for that, you're not even going to be making as much money as you did last year. And several of you have said after you did your taxes and costed things out and whatnot that you should have been charging more all along. And you're another year down the road in your experience levels. Just food for thought. You guys do whatever you want. I'm not comfortable telling people how to run their businesses. I think that if you just get joy out of making cookies and giving them away, then God bless you. That's what you should do. But if you don't want to go in the hole doing things like that either, and if you're selling, you definitely should be making a profit. If for no reason other than after 3 years of not being a profitable business, you subject yourself to more chances to get audited by the IRS. Now, although that is not fun, I have been audited by the IRS, and it went really well. They offered me a job. Just saying. Like, it's not the keeping of the books that's depressing when the IRS shows up. It's when it's like, okay, well, having someone sit across the table from you and saying, are you just getting some kind of benefactor good feels about doing what you're doing because you aren't making any money? But so I'll just say that to you with a smile and a little laugh, hoping that it's not the IRS that tells you that, okay? Because it's just not fun. All right, but look, so let's look at this again. So you've got this. I've got that black ribbon. I've got all these. Look how cute my packaging is going to look. Plus, you're going to get a gift tag that you can punch out. Most likely, it's going to be where you can either cut them into 2-inch squares and then you'll hole punch so you can attach them to your bows, or I'm going to do 2-inch circles. But every class is going to have a different gift tag. So I've done all the homework for you, and I told you you don't have to change up the design, and I told you you don't have to give credit. These are classes. I want you to take them. I want you to reproduce them, and I want you to make some money over the holidays. And if you just feel fabulous after your holiday sales go gangbusters and you want to drop some tips in the coffee shop site because putting all this together for you really helped you, you know I'm just going to appreciate that to the moon and back. So let's keep going. Here's some other things they had. These were $3.99 and then they were on sale and they're cute. In my tie-off method, I generally just use jute string, but these were cute. So I picked them up. They weren't too expensive in my opinion to get 60 feet because I'm just going to tie my ribbons with this for my fall and my Halloween. These will work for both. Okay, and they've got some gold mixed in. So I thought, yeah, let's try it. I haven't tried these before. It's the same thickness as the big rolls of jute string that I buy that are like this big. I buy them at Walmart. I mean, they're big rolls that I usually use. Haven't checked the price on those this year because I have 2 left from last year. But that's general stuff, okay? So just to give you some ideas, if you go back to Michael's, like, don't go crazy and buy a ton of Halloween stuff because you need some budget left for buying some Christmas packaging materials if you're going to be selling. So we looked at that, but let me tell you what else they have that's good, but you're not going to have it at every store. So don't get mad when you go to your store and they don't have it. Okay. But you know, the fall stuff is on sale. And I think it's, all fall is like, I feel like it's 60% off. Might be 50, but I think all the signs today were for 60. My store was already sold out of this particular item. So I bought other seasons colors at full price so that I could show you what I'm talking about. And then I used my 20% off coupon. Okay. So let's talk about what you could use this out that's not on sale because it's not marked for fall. So they have what they call ribbon bundles, trim bundles, actually. Have you guys seen these? Let me hold it up. Maybe you can see it. So they're long. Do you see this? You see how, let me see if I can get it. Let me go down, bring this back up again. So it's hanging on end caps. It has a hole punched here and it's literally called trim bundle. There's 50 pieces on here. So they could be all kinds of different things. Okay. So you need to write your description to say assorted gift packaging, right? You don't want to say you're going to have 50 packages that all match. Your tags might be different, right? So just say appropriately themed gift packaging bow gift tag. Okay, that way you don't get in trouble with people if they're not all identical. So take a look at this ribbon. All of this is perfect for fall and Thanksgiving and for the pumpkins. And if you really wanted to pull stuff out of here to use for another season, there's a ton of gold in here that would be great for Christmas. And anything left over that's ivory all year long, you can use that. And then there's some with gold mixed in. There's all different sizes. So same thing with this. You will use these bundles the same way I'm going to show you how to use this. You'll put it together the same way. So the technique in and of itself for your packaging is the same. But these are, let's measure one. I think these are a full yard. I think it's 50 yards of ribbon. And these are regular price, $9.99, 20% off. So normally they go to $5.99 like in a flash, right? Because the fall ones are $5.99 if your store has any left. And then if you have a sale discount, then you can use that too, okay, to get it even lower. But it's an incredible amount of ribbon for that price. So I'm pretty sure this is a full yard, and then 50 pieces of it means you're getting 50 yards. Yeah, this is a full yard. These are 3-foot bundles. And for me, when they feel thicker than last year, which I don't understand since we're having Shrink Nation. But anyway, so this you could use for fall, okay? I have 2 bundles of this. You can see they're not identical, but they blend together in case you want to mix it up. All right, let me move these over here so they don't get all tangly. Because I will, as soon as I get back from Texas, I will be starting to make bows for everything from now through Christmas. I'll just be cranking out bows and putting them in my 2.5-gallon Ziploc. Sometimes if I know that I'm going to be selling tons and tons of pre-sale, then, sorry, you guys. Yes, we are talking about ribbons from Michaels. If your store has the fall stuff, it's on sale $5.99. My store was sold out already, so I grabbed other stuff to show you just so you would know what I'm talking about and to get your brains cranking. Now, this was full price. Again, it's this trim bundle, 50 pieces. Every piece is a yard in black and white. This is going to be so cute for Christmas. So these, you could absolutely use these with the skull and the ghost, and you'll see why when the final pictures go up for those. The skull and the ghost and the haunted house for sure. Okay. And purple and black for your purple, black, and orange for your haunted house cookie for sure. Now my suggestion is this though, work backwards, figure out how much money you need to make, what you think you can sell this for in your area. Cause I can't help you with that. It depends on where you are. And then manipulate, I guess, or construct it or build your spreadsheet or whatever from that point to see how many you need to sell. Take into account, you might want to shift colors a little bit in your boxes. Maybe you're going to want white and purple ghosts instead of white and black. Like there's adjustments you can make using the same set, same boxes, same packaging, same gift tag, but make it look like you have multiple options by just changing colors. So lots of fun stuff you're going to be able to do. But black and white is also great for New Year's Eve. You can throw in a little gold. So it's not like you're going to waste it if you make ribbons now is my point. Just be careful where you add in the theme specific ribbons for Christmas, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. Okay. And you know, they do really have Thanksgiving ribbon. Last year I bought a bunch of turkey ribbon and a bunch of ribbon this size that said Happy Thanksgiving. So that will come out shortly too. It's not out yet. So why are we talking about this on the 31st of August? Because everybody that buys ahead or that didn't buy last year when everything went on sale to put it up for the year because of COVID or they couldn't get out or whatever, everybody that normally does this is going to do exactly what I did today and grab everything that they want, and you don't want it to be picked over. So you have to start going to look to see what's out there right now. And even if they don't have it right now, it's worth a weekly trip until you have the supplies that you need. And then don't go back again. We get in trouble when we go back and we go back and we go back and we add more to and we add more to. Cost this stuff out. See what it's going to cost, to add it. See if in taking that and doubling your price and accounting for your time, you should be able to sell these sets at a higher price point because it's one gift they can go give. It's done, right? So really everything we're doing, no matter what area you are in, you should be planning on no less than $16, depending on how fancy you get with your packaging. And I have sold some of these sets for as much as $24.95 with gift tags and fancy bows on them and upscale or level up decorations on the cookies. I try to keep them simpler now because that upscaling on my cookies before a holiday season was just insane. It didn't generate enough extra to be worth it. And people like the cookies, they look at the cookies, but it is your overall package that is attractive to them. So that's why we're talking about this now. Don't feel pressured or rushed. My goodness, Christmas is not until the 25th of December, but we're getting educated now so you guys can get ready to rock and roll, okay? You need to be ready ahead of time. And whenever you're just being a couch potato and you're not doing anything but just sitting there and you're like, you should be making these bows. Just make the bows and put them up. All right, so look at the Christmas colors. There were some bundles of Christmas already out, and $9.99. But a 20% off coupon, and then my reward certificates. So, and look, Debbie, are you here? You and Whoopi, look at the Grinch colors. That's the only reason I went ahead and bought this, because it had Grinch green in it. And I'm doing Grinch cookies as one of my offerings this year. Isn't that cool? Look at that. I saw the Grinch colors, Becky, and I was like, oh yeah, totally. Okay, so Mimi, storing this ribbon. If my bows aren't made, I'll store it where it's laid out long and flat like this, just in a tub. And I have a Halloween tub, a Thanksgiving tub, and a Christmas tub. And in those tubs, I have fresh, inexpensive, sharp scissors that I buy from the gift wrap section the Christmas before at Walmart, because they're like, well, they used to be $2 scissors, and they're like, do I have any in here? I have Christmas trees and gingerbread men. You guys have seen them, snowmen. Those are the sharpest scissors. Like, you could cut a finger off with those scissors. They're not meant to really be that sharp, I don't think, but they always are. So I always buy a fresh set or two and drop it in each of the tubs, because, you're cutting, if you're cutting wired ribbon with them, or you're using twist ties and you want to trim your twist ties and you end up using your scissors instead of clippers, they're going to get dull. So when those scissors first come out, which will be next month, I usually grab a couple pair, drop my scissors in. My long bows I put in the bottom like this so they stay flat. And then any of my other ribbon that I have left over from anything else, like red. I buy a lot of red at Christmas, because if I don't use it all at Christmas, then I can use it for Valentine's Day. I can use it on red roses for Mother's Day. Black is good on any of those. So I like to get some specialty ribbon like this, but I buy more of the solid and then just mix this kind of stuff in. And then really, when they started doing these bundles, this was fabulous, because look, I mean, this is so Christmassy looking, and not one thing on here says Merry Christmas. But I saw it and thought Grinch, and I thought of Debbie, because that's her favorite character. And look at some of these super fancy. This on a roll, this would be one of those super, super fancy ones, right? So just go look at what they have. Make sure that if you're buying, did I say that I store it separately? So Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas are totally separate. And usually by the time I get to the Christmas bin, I have leftover black, white, and gold, and I move that to New Year's if I decide to do New Year's cookies. But honestly, most of the time after I get through Christmas, I'm just like, nope, done. And I got to take a few weeks off because it just works my hands and my shoulder and my neck too much, right? So think about that. And then don't use all of your budget before the holiday, because if you start paying attention to what you're doing, you really should be buying this stuff when it goes to 60% off and then combining it with an additional sale coupon for 20% off, because they take the 60 off. So let's just say it's $10, it's 60% off. That means you're paying $4. Then if you have another 20% off, that means you're paying $3.20. So if you buy it ahead of time, it is worth storing it. Now, I'm not saying buy a warehouse load of this stuff, but you're going to get the handle on how much of this stuff you sell. And some of that is driven by how much of it you even want to make. Like maybe you don't want to make 600 stack up sets. Maybe you only want to sell 48 over the whole Christmas season. Okay, that's fine. So you only need one. You don't need everything I bought today, right? So take that into consideration. But be going in there when they have the 60% off, then it goes to 70, and then the lowest it normally goes is 80. But even at 80, there are colors you can use at a different time of the year. And then keep the stuff stored by holiday, and keep yourself a handwritten list on the front of your totes about what you bought a lot of, so that you don't forget. And if you're like me, you're going to forget anyway, even if you do all those things. So I have an album on my phone now, since I know how to make albums, thanks to Cindy. I have an album on my phone where I take photographs of the stuff I bought, because your pictures are stored by date. Like you can see the date. So I know I went in there in August or September, right? I can go back and I can get up in there and see what I bought. And then it'll always be like, oh yeah, I bought that and I put it up here, right? Or I know I didn't use this, but there's just so many, everything can keep moving forward if you plan. So that is my bonus for you. Oh, and then I forgot. The only Christmas they had in clearance was this red one. So I just wanted to see. This was $2. So let's just do this together really quick, because I forgot to count when I did it earlier. I took it off the roll. Do I have the roll around here? I was going to cut it and put it in these 3-foot lengths with the other ribbon. Now, let's talk about this again. Let's say maybe you don't want to do Halloween specific cookies, but you want to do fall. Then go ahead and get some orange and ivory and some jute string. Do you want it to look homespun, or like homespun handmade Christmas? Or do you want like super elegant? In which case you're going to want to get gold and black. But gold and black you can use with a little bit of ivory. You can use it at Thanksgiving. Then you can turn it again and you can use gold at Halloween if you do Halloween, and the black for sure. And then both of those colors you can also use by mixing in some red or some green, or red and green at Christmas. And then your leftover you can use for New Year's Eve, and then you can save your gold to use in any other holiday after that. So it just makes a lot of sense. If I'm just going to cut this so I can count it easier. So I took that ribbon off the roll and just kept halving until I got to this. And I always trim my ribbon edges anyway, so please don't worry that I'm butchering this with non-sharp scissors. I just want to see how much was on that $2 roll, so that we can see if buying these bundles at $10, 20% off, $8 for the bundle, if that was comparable to going clearance shopping. Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions so far? I know I've done a lot of talking, but hopefully I've sparked some things in your brains. And just make your bows ahead of time. I store them in Ziploc bags. And I do have some customers that are like, everything has to match, because they have grandkids that are like, if anything's 1 millimeter different, they throw a fit. And I'm not kidding. So I do, if I have a whole bunch of the same ribbon, I will put that in a gallon bag and just keep those together and use them last, just in case something comes up. All right, let me count real quick, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so I got 16 out of that $2. So $9 on sale at 20% off for these is really a great price. Just saying. I don't want to tell you how to spend your money, but I do want you to make money this year. So really hoping. Let's see. Halloween bundles on sale. It's for $4.99. At mine, it was $5.99. Trim bundles, Halloween bundle. Did your store have a Halloween bundle like this, Mimi? Because my store said they never got a Halloween bundle like this with the 3-yard 50 pieces. But they did have this. So I got this to just fluff it up a little bit because I know that's going to match the gift tags. And did I say I'm laying your gift tags out to either be 2-inch squares that you will hole punch to add to your packaging, or 2-inch circles? So if you want to go ahead and pick up a 2-inch circle cutter, because obviously you don't want to hand cut circles. First of all, they're going to look wonky if you try to do it by hand. You could do it on your Cricut, but I can't instruct you on how to do that because I'm not good enough on the Cricut yet to tell you that info. So I just use a punch, and definitely go ahead and get some cardstock price wise, because that has gone up too. If you haven't checked it, price wise, you really don't need to be buying anything more than 60 weight. But if you're one of those people that wants the 110, go ahead and do it. But you're going to wear your hands out faster if you have good sales this year. So I thought you might have had it. It's just my store didn't have it. That's actually what I went to go get, that and fall bundles. But they were sold out. They were on sale and had been in a certain area. They were gone, and several of us walked the whole store. So Allison, you probably don't need to buy ribbon because I bought a ton today, and I have a bunch that I bought on clearance at 80% off last year. But I did, Mimi, these are really pretty. These are going to fit in with the look of both our Halloween and fall sets that we're doing. And we're doing 3 classes that are fall Halloween oriented with the stack ups. And then we're doing 3 classes that are specifically Christmas. Now, I need feedback though, okay? I need to know over in the comments section if this is, did I get this? Did I hit the mark with this, that this is what you were looking for, to where you could charge a little bit more but not be making as many cookies, and we could scale back on how fancy the cookies were but still make it look like super impressive as far as a deliverable gift item? Am I in the ballpark for you guys with what you were actually looking for with this? And do you like the fact that all of the classes are going to have bonus videos about coordinating shred, that you're going to have the printable gift tags, and that you're going to have a bonus bow making in there? Do we like all that? I don't see any comments. I see no comments at all. Are my comments locked? Are you guys seeing comments? Hey, I see someone said the arrows in that would be good for Valentine's Day. They would. Is that Jessica? Is that Jessica from our group? From Retreat? Okay. So, yeah, helpful. Love it. Rewatch this. You're happy. The packaging, Kay. And Kelly's saying yes, absolutely too. So all of you guys, I'm guessing, are going to be selling for profit. Is there anybody watching that is not selling for profit? Hey, Jessica, I'm glad to see you, lady. And thank you, Sharon. Is there anybody that's not selling for profit, but you're still going to try this for gifts? Because you know we need to watch our budgets this year for gifts for people and stuff too. I think you're going to see a lot of handmade specialty things this year. So I think having the cost, sometimes you get into making handmade items and they end up being more expensive than if you just gave somebody a gift card or bought them the item they wanted. So I'm trying to get you like in the mindset, the education field, whatever, so that you don't go off the rails when you could shop ahead, plan ahead, use the coupons, use your you know what I'm trying to say? Your reward certificates at Michael's, like plan, stack that stuff. Okay, so Becky, you guys will use it for gifts then, right? Okay, and Nancy, you're going to do gifts too, but this is good. Is this good that you're going to have this so far ahead of time? Like people that do it for profit shop a whole year ahead of time. So we're already behind. Just kidding. You're not really behind because you're not selling for profit and you're just now starting to think about the holidays coming up. But like at the bakery, no joke, I shop a year ahead of time so that I have it and it matches. And like I don't buy boxes a year ahead of time or my heat seal bags, but I do shop the sales for anything I can eventually use for packaging or for bows, whatever, just whatever, anything like that. Also, you guys, you can, if you're in an area that will draw more money, then you should definitely hit the sales after Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas this year and look for mini ornaments, because mini ornaments are usually like $2, right? The little teeny ones, you know what I'm talking about? Like even at Walmart, they're very inexpensive. Then they go 90% off. So it makes them like 10 cents a piece, 15 cents a piece. And then adding that to your bows, when your bows are made, like hot gluing it in the center of your bow or running it through the twist tie before you use the twist tie to do your ribbon, then you can charge more for that ribbon. That ribbon just became a $3 ribbon instead of a 50-cent ribbon, even though you only spent 10 cents because you shopped ahead of time. But all of this requires thought, planning, organization, and making sure you're going to stay in your wheelhouse as far as your colors go, right? Like if you try to do a pastel Halloween and you bought all this ribbon last year, well, clearly that's not going to work. And this year in Michael's, there's a lot of black, white, and light pink for Christmas. I don't get it. But some of it's pretty. Some of it's cool skull stuff that would be nice to model cookies after, right? I'll see you later. Have a good night. But plan, right? So you have to be willing to commit to whatever, at least in this wheelhouse, this realm of colors for next year. Like if you think next year you're going to do black, pink, and white and do that kind of stuff, then you need to put up pink ribbon when it goes on sale after springtime or Easter. You need to put up some white, right? You need to at least be thinking down the road what you're going to do. Okay. All right. Now, does anybody have any other questions? Because we've been on here a little over an hour. We've covered a lot of stuff tonight, but this is important because I want you guys to hit the stores before the weekend if you're going to go, because they're doing all of these resets in Michael's. But you know what I was disappointed about? I thought, oh, they've moved everything. They're resetting it. Okay, good. Maybe we'll have some new blue fondant molds, but there was not one single new design in those fondant molds. Not one. Like, don't they understand that that's not just for wedding cake makers? Like cookiers are using that now and we need it seasonally. I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting, but I was disappointed because it was all the same stuff as what came out last January. So that was a little disappointing. Michael's, call me. I'll help you. I'll help you with the cookiers. Okay? Because we like our stuff to change. We like holiday-driven stuff, and you don't have enough of it for us. We are going to do that. An hour did fly by, didn't it, Barbara? So much fun. All right, so tell me over in the comments if this was useful info for you. And tell me over in the comments if you're going to be taking stack-up classes. If you're actually going to take some of those classes. And then not obviously because it's not obvious, but there are 2 florals classes. One is going to be a fall florals class on the hexagon, and then one is a Christmas florals class. So for people that don't want to do the stack ups or don't need these boxes or any of that, we're still going to have some classes that you can take. And if you took any of the florals classes this year, you're going to really like these. Okay. But they are seasonally themed in that one is fall and one is Christmas or holiday. Okay, good. Let's see. He said you have too much. That's funny, Melissa. Hey, Pamela. All right. Awesome. Okay, good. Yeah. I feel like I did more classes than everybody will need to take, because I know some people only do fall. They don't do Halloween, and that's good. But I think taking the Halloween house class is a double there, because the house is actually going to be usable for like real estate cookies and stuff. And I'm not going to do a separate real estate class ever. That's too specific. But for people who want that, jump in on the Halloween house class, have the cutters, have all the stuff, and at least you're started in that direction, right? And then, of course, I had to do skulls because I can't leave my pirate people out in the wind for Halloween. We got to have the skulls and ghosts. You can use that to go with any of your pirate stuff, which covers you not just for Halloween, but for summer, right? And then the Christmas And if everybody likes these, I do have a plan for one class in January using these same boxes for a winter theme. Okay. So not holiday specific, but winter, if you still want to get something out there in January. A lot of people where there's snow have markets in January, like after Christmas markets where they're selling the Christmas stuff really cheap, but you might want to have something more, fresh in January than just Christmas stuff. You might want to have, I'm not going to say what you might want to have because it might be in the design. So let's just leave that there. And don't forget about our virtual Halloween party. It will be our first online party, and it will be on Halloween night so that we can have a fall party together on Halloween evening if you're able to be there. And we'll be taking up to 50 people. It will be announced when you get on to grab your tickets. You will have to have a ticket to get in. It is going to be totally free, but you do have to sign up and grab your ticket so that you get the link to Zoom. And we will accept tips. We will accept tips that night, and have a very special guest for you that evening. A very special guest. Okay. Is there anything else? You guys want to talk about anything else tonight? If not, I need to make up some more advertisements. Let's show this again, just so you have it. It's the announcement for our first guest for September, which is Miss Barbie. She's going to be talking to us on Tuesday evening, September 13th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, because time won't have changed yet, about improving our cookie photography skills. Okay. And tonight, just in case this shows up in the video, this is a big warning enabler alert on Wacky Wednesday. I probably just spent $100 for each of you. Sorry about that, but not sorry, because you're going to make that money back. You have to spend a little bit to make a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else? Let's see if there's any other comments. If there's not, we'll go ahead. It is cute, right? So fun. So I'll get, I have a couple more to finish. If you're one of the instructors, the guest instructors or guest instructors at retreat, I'll be getting your graphics to you so you guys can start promoting it on your own pages and sharing it into other groups that you belong in. But your nights when you are live, those will be in the Cookie Snack Attack group. I'm only going to broadcast into Cookie Snack Attack on those nights, and then I'll download and upload into YouTube. Okay. I have multiple reasons for doing that, not the least of which is if anybody goes, loses it during their live or something happens, I can't quickly remove things from 5 different places, but I could quickly pull down and put back up and trim a video in one place. So you'll be putting links for Cookie Snack Attack and get all your friends and stuff in Cookie Snack Attack, and you'll be able to share it to your pages so it can stay on your pages. No problem. Okay. But you never know what's going to happen. Camille, thank you. Thank you. Let's see what Kelly's got. I'm going to do some classes. Which one are going to work with my schedule? Halloween party will be announced closer to Halloween. It's only August 31st, but I did want to tease you tonight. Just being truthful with you. I did want to tease you because I scored the Master of Halloween, a friend that is going to be with us on that evening, and I'm super excited. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to talk anymore, or I'll tell you more. You're welcome, Mimi. Thanks for joining me tonight, you guys. I know you've seen me a lot this week. If I go dark around here for the next couple of days, don't worry. I have a lot of cookies to make, and I need to film my cookie-a-thon video and get that. So that's all done. Okay. All right, you guys. What a fun night. Enjoyed spending time with you. All right, I'm going to end it. You guys have a great night. If you have questions, you can message me. This will be on replay, and we will have a lot of bow making going on in our classes, okay? So we'll talk to you later. We'll see you, and don't forget to watch the beginning of the video if you're interested in participating and sending me Amazon links for things you normally order. I'll set you up in your own area in our affiliate store. Just let me know. And I will work on at least a couple of those a week until I've got everybody in there that wants to be in there. Okay. All right. Appreciate you guys so much. Have a great night. And say goodbye to August. I know it's still 100 degrees in a lot of places, but say goodbye to August. We're heading into September. Can't believe it. Where did our time go? All right. Bye, you guys. Have a great night.